Greetings, everyone. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru. Thank you so much for joining us. As we always do, we just want to thank you all for the support. Thank you for supporting Search for Uhuru. Thank you for supporting Dynasty Mirror. To our freebie partners, thank you for being a part of Team Amir and Stevens. That really means a lot. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. Again, make sure you hit that like button as you come into the chat room. Again, make sure you hit that like button as you come to the chat room. Also, go to dynastymirror.com. Again, go to dynastymirror.com. While you're there, if you have not gotten this book, you guys need to go grab a copy. Go to dynastymirror.com, Sales Motivation 101, Get Off Your Butt and Cold Call, written by yours truly. Make sure you go on there and get a book. Again, there's almost 84,000 of you. Once we get to 100,000, we will have a special giveaway, everyone. Once we get to 100,000, we will have a special giveaway. So in order for us to get there sooner, I need you all to share the channel. Because when you share the channel, more people subscribe, meaning we arrive quicker to the 100,000 mark and then the giveaway. So I have a special giveaway for you guys. Once we have the 100,000 subscriber mark, I'm going to do a raffle. One of my subscribers will get a nice black. It was made by a black-owned company called Tomlini. Black guy, nice duffel bag. Is what I travel with, brand new. He hooked me up with one. I have 3 of them, but he hooked me up with one snakeskin. In fact, I might go grab it here shortly. Let you guys take a look at it. So that is going to be the giveaway. Once we hit 100,000 subscribers. So again, go dynastymirror.com, get your shirts, get your books, get your items. Also become a monthly Patreon. Patreon.com, search for Uhuru. Again, patreon.com, search for Uhuru. We really appreciate your guys' support so we can continue to grow the platform, grow ventures, and add more. And they're coming, guys. They're coming. More value-added services, more tangible products. They're coming, So without further ado, everyone, we have our brother on with us, Mr. Fitzgerald Stevens. And guys, it's Wednesday. In fact, guys, Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Fall is ball.
Ball is ball.
Fall is ball. Find ways to win. You guys need to go to Fitzgerald Stevens YouTube page. Go and subscribe. Saturday morning. 10 a.m. Let me see what time the Georgia game is. What time is the Georgia game?
Number 2, University of Georgia versus number 3, University of Alabama.
Oh, we jumped you guys.
Yeah, you should have jumped us. You played better. Even though we scored 63 points in a win, but you guys played better. You put on a better display and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a good game. We'll win, of course. You're in Tuscaloosa and everything, and we really don't make a difference. Call Kirby and tell them to wear them all black uniforms y'all did last time we came up. You remember the game.
Oh, so we're playing you guys 8 o'clock, guys. It's a night game, 8 o'clock. So we just want to make sure.
Alabama, baby. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Roll Tide. My beloved Automata man is going to do something to your beloved Automata. That's the way that's going to work.
So fall is ball, 10 a.m. We're going to be talking Bama, Georgia. And
again, win with Fitzgerald Stevens. It's going to be a good game, man.
Yeah. Find ways to win is the page. Coco Cat, go and subscribe, everybody. Let's get Fitzgerald to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get them to 1,000 subscribers, everybody. But fall is ball. Saturday, 10 a.m. and then 8 o'clock p.m. Georgia Bulldogs. We're going to head to Tuscaloosa. We're going to leave Friday. We're going to pull up to Tuscaloosa on Friday.
You'll be treated well. We'll treat you well in there. We'll treat you well. You'll be treated well in Tuscaloosa, man. All they got nice little places around there where you can join. Bryant Denny, right on University Avenue. Big monoculous. Oh man, it's a glorious sight. Bryant Denny, ladies and gentlemen, is the epicenter of college football dominance. Yeah.
So we're gonna stomp his tie.
The only thing you're gonna stomp is styrofoam cans. But you're not going to be doing that far as with us, man. It's going to be a sweet, sweet thing, man. I guess we're doing a little preview. It is going to be a sweet, sweet game. You will lose. Now, we ain't going to blow y'all out, but Georgia always generally plays Alabama tough, man. I mean, that game can go either way. It's going to come down to coaching.
So, guys, we are going to stop the Tide in Tuscaloosa this Saturday night, 8 o'clock night game. We call Fitzgerald at about 11:30, 11:45 once the game is over. Just to say, brother, we still brothers. Don't allow this football game to come between our relationship, but we going to smash.
Never has, Prince Samir. And please quit sitting up here deceiving this beautiful global audience that you have to make you think that your school is on par with mine. We both know they are not. And then it is going to be a very, very nice things. But ladies and gentlemen out there who know about Alabama football, what's your team again?
You know my team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia Bulldogs. One national championship in 1980. I was back around 17, 16. Then I'm 56. That lets you know how what them cats do. Meanwhile, the University of Alabama, like 11 years, we got 6 national championship trophies for a total 17 in our case. Woo, boy. Just going to be a glorious sight, man. It almost brings a tear to my eye what we're going to do to you. No. But we can go ahead and defer, man. And things like that. We just hopefully the audience can see that our love and respect for each other is going to be intact. But when it comes, Prince Amir and I are going to agree practically about everything. I'm gonna say let's just say 85% of everything. But the one thing we are diametrically opposed to is our teams. Alabama's better than Georgia. He knows that. Y'all know it. It's going to be a great game. Man, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Najee scored 4 touchdowns during that game.
And
Najee Harris is our running back. Yeah, he did. And I don't feel good about it, even though we scored 63 points. We scored 63 points in a win, but the fact of the matter is a team scored 45 on us, so that's not good. Our defense really wasn't putting up the par like Alabama defense is known. After a couple of adjustments, hopefully the current offensive coordinator won't be calling the plays. We should be just fine. They probably still running up the bleachers right now after that game. The defense, that is.
For sure, you should have been a football coach.
Huh?
Should have been a football coach.
I've been told that one time, much as I cheer, man. But when I've told people about Alabama, my beloved Tide, from Toronto to Tampa, baby, know who we are. Man, I should have worn one of my shirts.
Father's ball. Wait till father's ball.
Well, that's what things that's the thing. That's what
father's ball.
I wish you well, Amir, but that would be a lie because I know he ain't gonna do anything for us with us. That would be a lie. Well, so we can't get together. I just wish, all honesty, I wish it was a thing that you and I would have planned this out better. Maybe we could do it next time it happens where we would actually attend that. I guess the other one's going to be up in Athens, man. We really look like we need to attend. I would have loved to have you on the campus. You would have been treated well. That we could have pulled that off and did some better planning. But who knows what with this COVID thing, man? Hey, it's kind of surprising the season going like it is now.
Right.
It's kind of surprising the stars like that. But you would have been treated well. For example, I'm a big hockey fan. The Stanley Cup, which is like the equivalent of the Super Bowl, the Lombardi Trophy. The team that won it is right where I live, the Tampa Bay Lightning. I would have loved to have been at that game, and go, but nobody didn't hardly do anything. As far as with the parades and everything, even though they won it right here, Tampa Bay Rays are in contention right now for the American League Championship, man, and you wouldn't think nothing's going on because this thing has really, really shut down a lot of the activities and stuff. So, man, we got a great hustle. We got a great show for you guys today. We're going to talk what the subject is. Never give up your side hustle.
Right.
Never, ever give up your side hustle. Now, with your current job, how you currently earning your income, phenomenal, great, fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep making the best of it. But have a side hustle, something that brings an additional income into you that's not dependent on your job, and protect it like you would one of your children. Never, ever give that up, because you know what? Someone could easily take your job far as from you. It happens all the time. It happens every day. We're seeing that. But if you have something that you personally own, I mean, no one could take that away from me. And if you do it right, it could easily replace your income that you're doing now, provided you put the same level of dedication and work into that like you did your main job. So Dinas and I are real passionate about that, because you know, with these times, we don't know what's going on right now. And you know, and it's getting, the work environment, it is getting better in my opinion. The fact that with the telecommuting, COVID's one good thing that's come out of that. People can work from home. I mean, I have my middle brother he lives up in Atlanta in an executive capacity up there with a major organization. Well, you know what? He came down here as my nephew moved down South Florida, and what he was able to do, literally sitting here in Tampa, you know, he was dialing in, doing his work just like he was in the office, and he did the same thing as Miami. I heard like the real estate prices down here in Tampa are really going up, some as much as 20%.
Sure, if I can interject, we were just talking about this the other day. It's going up everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. But you know, one thing that's driving it, man. One thing that's driving it. It is the fact that with the low interest rates, for those of you in a position to get homes right now, man, it is a sweet time to buy. I went in one development where a relative of mine is purchasing a new home in this development, and he has one of the top tier homes in there. And this development his realtor said we'll go see the place this past Saturday. The realtor said his property has already went up 16%, and he just has an empty lot. He hasn't even had the house built yet.
Wow.
16%. By the time he gets ready to come in there in February, that house is probably going to be out of $50,000 worth of equity. Now, think about what I just said. That's down here in the Tampa market, and it's happening all over, because you know what? If the housing prices if the interest rates of the housing prices are real good, the renters market, all they're going to do is just increase their prices, which is making it difficult sometimes for people to save up for a home, more so difficult than what it was, you know. But if you're in a position to buy, and you're with some interest rates as low as 2%. I mean, you know, by all means, get it. Now, the real estate agents, Dinas, whether Tampa, Atlanta, North Carolina, Los Angeles, you name it, they're having a field day, man.
Right.
I mean, that's an incredible career. And I think you said that that you're looking to pursue your
right. I'm in the process right now as far as studying and getting my license as we speak. You know,
man.
guys, we just launched our actual. Me and my business partner, we launched our real estate platform for Africa. Basically what we're doing, we're building the Zillow or Trulia of Africa. So that's oneafricaproperties.com, oneafricaproperties.com. So we've built that out. So we're working on that. And then I have my own personal ventures that I'm working on myself as well. You know, this year, next year, I mean, they're gonna be huge, Fitzgerald.
What do you mean? When you said they're going to, what is they?
I mean, this year or next year, there, as in the years, they're going to be huge.
Oh yeah, man, yeah, dude. I'm looking at some things. Go back and reactivate my life insurance. Getting into the financial services business, and I've also been thinking about, you know, doing a real estate license on the side. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a little pointer. These are for you who are a little older, and like myself. I'm 56. You know, I don't consider myself old. When I talk to my mom and dad, they always remind me how young I am. Well, you got to love your parents. You know, they really put the oil on your head. But let's just say if you're at this age, just say like you're in your late 40s or mid 40s, or definitely at the age I am right now, and and it's maybe some of your investments have not panned out the way you want, or maybe you don't have as much saved up for retirement like you want, or just you didn't really get a lot of those high paying jobs early in your career. When let's say you come out, you start in like $60,000-$80,000 at 24 years old. A lot of people didn't do that. I didn't. And so you're all of a sudden the years go by, and then you're looking at, you're approaching retirement age. You're not too far away from it, maybe about 10, 15 years out. But you look at your portfolio and you look and you say that you don't have the numbers where you want to be. Now you don't really have the numbers, whatever that number is. One of the best ways I would advocate that you strongly look at doing is getting high paid commission sales jobs, because you have no cap. Now I know for some reason with sales, people don't seem to like that, but everyone sells. The Dynas and I have said that.
Yeah, I'm not a people person. I'm not a this person.
Yeah, well, you're staying in the house indoors person and stuff like that. And you're open the refrigerator and get food out to eat person. You're a person who likes to put food in gas in your vehicle and be able to pay your bills type of person. So forget about what you have to do. But what I'm saying is, if you look at something like, two areas I would really be looking in. I will really looking at the financial services business. I.e. life insurance. The right life insurance policy, the right life insurance license is like a law or medical degree. That's how much money you can make in that, and especially if you're diverse and you're good at it.
Shameless plug, everybody. I am a licensed health and life insurance agent. So hit me up if you're interested.
And great, and you need to advertise like that. And the second one I will be looking at is real estate. I will be looking at those two. Actually, you can blend them together,
right?
But they're both very high, both very high paying. You take someone to purchase something like a $600,000 home. What's their commission on that? Perhaps about 7,
like 6%.
6%.
I think 6%, but that's split amongst the between you and the other agent. So I guess you'll get 3%, something like that.
Give me the number.
All right, hold on, I'll tell you right now. Hold on a second. Come on, phone cut off. There we go. $18,000.
$18,000 off one sale. I know someone who there's someone who's going to get a sale off of that simply because one of my relatives decided he wanted to get a home. All 6 bedrooms of it. No. And it's phenomenal, just like, so where else can you go to make a one-time payouts like that? Now what I like about the insurance business, Dynas, is the fact that you can generate residuals there too. So remember, right, I like to think in royalty, residuals, and dividends. And so with those two businesses, and we're not doing a plug, as far as for the insurance and real estate business, I'm just trying to tell you some ways just to play the game on addition to your side hustle. But you want the right jobs to do it, and the right jobs allow you to maximize your income and get the highest amount for your time. That's really what you want to, really what you strongly want to take a look at. And real estate, pits that. You have a plug-in to possibly looking at getting investment properties, just all kinds of things you can do with that. So as I stated, you're like in your 40s, mid 40s, 44, 45 on upish, and you like, hey man, my portfolio is not really what I want to be, and I'm looking at, man, how do I make up for this gap that all those years I missed? I mean, you're making like $30,000, $40,000. Okay, how do you make up for that time value money? You need to get into high stakes sales, something that's going to pay you the real lion's shares commissions while you're on your way, and while you can aggressively build up your financial portfolio. So just a couple of things that one of the things I'm looking at pursuing, far as with how to think about my total financial plan. Yes, I do have my networking business, and everyone needs a networking business. The concept of networking is unlike any business model in the world, and it works. Incorporate the efforts of other people, and getting paid not only for what you do, but what they do and their group does. I have a company that I deal with called Freebay, and along with Mr. Amir, doing that all over the world, 149 countries, saving in gold, getting residual income off of that. But what you also want to be thinking in, at least what I'm thinking in, how do I create 7 streams of residual income? Now, how do I, residual income, money that's working for me, coming in even when I'm not working for it. So let's get back to the main subject. Okay, you have a business, you have a job. Your job is great. I'm not gonna come up here and bash jobs. I mean, they've allowed me to build wealth. They've allowed me to take care of my needs. So I'm thankful to God Almighty for that. But I am not just going to solely depend upon my job, and nor should you. Here's why. Because if your income is solely derived from your job, in other words, you working for an employer and you do a job, they pay you for that. They pay you for your time. You do it. As long as the relationship is beneficial to both parties, okay, you're going to still get paid. What happens when there's like a divorce? What happens when there's like a little contention and stuff like that? Well, the ground start getting shaky. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean when ground start getting shaken or divorce? You don't have an income from that place anymore. Okay, well, I'll go out there and get another job. Sometimes it's not that easy. And do you want to keep doing that over and over and over again? What I advocate, and Prince Amir advocates, you make a living from 9 to 5. You make freedom from 5 onward.
Right.
You make a living from 9 to 5. You make freedom from 5 onward. Now, for those of you who say, "Well, I'm too tired, Mr. Fitzgerald. I'm doing these things. I get home, I'll be tired." Okay, yeah, I bet you're not tired enough to watch Monday Night Football. I bet you're not. I bet you're not tired enough to have a barbecue, maybe a little bit, and have a couple of friends over for drinks, or go to a bar and spend money over there. I bet you're not too tired, to watch your favorite sports show. I bet you're not too tired, to probably take your children to the park. No, you're not tired at all. You're just unfocused and uncommitted. Tired for your future. You decided that it's more important for you to build someone else's business and than it is to yours. Now, for those of you saying,
can you repeat that quote again? You make a living from 9 to 5.
You make a living from 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
You make a life. You make a lifestyle from 5 onward.
You said freedom.
Yeah. Well, freedom. You make you make a living from 9 to 5. You make freedom from 5 onward.
Okay.
Other words, there's been many times I had to get up to go to work to the next day, and you'll find me up sometimes 2:00 in the morning for some strange reason. I don't sleep. I have erratic sleep patterns. Have done that. So I can look at things like, okay, is there someone who I can be calling to expand my network? How about can I learn how to do Facebook ads to get more people to come to find ways to win with Fitzgerald Stevens and draw more people to my YouTube page? Could I look at setting up doing a dynamite website, or put something together that would draw people to my janitorial company? Can I put in operations that say, hey, how do I create my t-shirt, or could I work on my manuscript, or can I maybe watch a YouTube video like Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People, to see how to work on my communication skills? Can I read something that's going to make me better? you know, to make me better, to add value to my life, that I can add value to my audience life, that they would deem that, hey, that's something worthy of paying for. Can I do something that's going to put revenue in my pocket as opposed to doing something that takes revenue out of my pocket? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you would think, some of you would think that, like, wow, you know, Fitzgerald, he gets on there and talk about, man, he's really, really wrapped up in that football. Actually, it's sad to say I am, but it doesn't pay me anything. I mean, okay, Alabama wins, Alabama loses, you know, I don't get a single check. Nick Saban, he gets about $11 million. They kept plenty of coaches on both Georgia and Alabama staff get millions of dollars. It's a business to them, but it's a game to me. Why do I shut down Saturday during the fall, and I will sit up there and watch a 2.5 hour football game and flip through the scores? And sometimes, like on a Sunday when I feel it's my day off, that I could just go ahead and look at NFL, which I'm another big fan. Now, if I had to really ask myself, I waste a lot of time doing that.
Right.
Okay. Now I waste a lot of time, as opposed to let me go ahead and get into search engine optimization, see how I can charge my website, see how I can supercharge. You know, I'm ladies and gentlemen, I have been playing. And when I first set that thing up, when I first had that website up, I called Fiverr, talked to Dynas to get it going, you know, and that should have long been going. I should have had some, like, over 100,000 subscribers. I was playing, just playing with it. And within the first 3 days I had it set up, playing, I had 760 subscribers just playing. 760 subscribers in 3 days. You know, I mean, what if I really would have took the Facebook ads, and I would have really look at and do retargeting and put a platform like I'm getting ready to do right now? Because you know what, with those streams of income is vital. You know, there are so many opportunities right now that Dynas is available for people who have money to take advantage of. But these interest rate, man, you know, just scooping up a nice little piece of property on the low, it's not that big deal. You know, that lady that my relative bought his buying his home in right around the corner from where I live right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one community. They said they've already sold 500 homes.
This is crazy, because I mean, at first they were like, oh, real estate is going to get hit, it's going to take a dip, oh, it's going to crash, but it's out of control.
People have to have places to live, no matter how bad or good.
Let me ask you this question: who's buying these homes? That's another question.
Okay, great. This is what she said. A lot of out-of-state people are coming in. A lot of out-of-country people are coming in. I don't know about Atlanta, man. I don't know about as far as with Atlanta. Yeah, I do know about Atlanta. I lived there from 1997 to 2012. I know the market very well. Florida is on steroids compared to Atlanta. Listen, compared to Georgia, compared to many other people in the region. Listen, right now I can look outside the door, nice bright sunshine, and we don't know what snow tires is down here. You know, Christmas Day it can be 78, 80 degrees. You know, the weather, the palm trees, no state income taxes. A lot of people are being driven to this locale down here, you know, because of good weather, good cost of living, very family friendly, and it's driving. But Tampa's a booming business market, you know, and not trying to do a public service announcement far as Florida, but people want to be in Florida. You know, the same thing can be said about Orlando, Jacksonville, Miami. I mean, as far as the population, I think Florida is locking on close to the third largest population, if not the fourth in the nation, behind New York, California, Texas. No, but people want to be here, and so they want to be in Atlanta too. You go up around Atlanta. There's plenty of neighborhoods, a lot of predominantly black neighborhoods up there, and Lithonia, Stone Mountain. There's an area not too far from Dynas called Cascade Boulevard. That's nothing but black millionaires over there. You have East Atlanta. You have a lot of great areas. Now the areas down you have South Fulton, also off of Cascade with a Camp Keep Marketplace. Other words, they have all these booming, thriving things. Now there's a golf resort down there called Peachtree City. You know, that literally just great real estate, and they're selling. I mean, when I left there in 2013, I went back to visit. Really, last time I was there, I was about, let's see, when I really saw the city, I was about 2018. I just drove by. Well, I used to have my business on Howell Mill Avenue. I didn't even hardly recognize Howell Mill anymore. And Brady Avenue, the amount of building they've done around there.
Oh yeah, Joe, you were here. Well, that's right, you were here last year, 2019. So
yeah, man. But I went up on Howell Mill where my old shop used to be, man. And that real estate on Brady Avenue, like man, shoot, I mean, I just wished I could have had some of that property back during there. So what I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, okay, you have got to figure out a way to create a side hustle. Yeah. For some of you, it could be a networking business, a network marketing business, like what Dynas and I are involved in. Freebay, he has his link strolling down at the bottom. Freebay is a company based out of Switzerland. Used to be the old Carrot Bars company. They switched platforms, incorporated in Switzerland. And we still save gold to get paid for other people saving gold also within our group. That little side hustle that I have, well, it's about 12,000 affiliates along with myself and in my network marketing business. So hey, I receive income bars from there, and I have a chance to build it up as high as I want. Okay, so that's one. That's not good enough bars for me. Okay, we already have discussed like my YouTube channel, which Dynas was a huge inspiration with me starting that along with my youngest brother. So hey, I decided to get out there. People, I felt I had a voice and I wanted to go out there and use it. And I saw other people doing it, and I said, hey, they doing it, I can too. That's just the way I think. Then I said, okay, that's cool. Well, Dynas got me into the t-shirt hustle, so I'm going to be coming out with my things right that. I've been told for years to write books. Well, I'm going to finally get around to that. Then I'm going to create a janitorial business on the side, and and then dab in a little real estate, property first with that. So it sounds like wow, this man got so much, but not if the companies are symmetry, what I call it. They fit in together. See, my networking business is working right now. When I'm sleeping, it's working, because somewhere around the world, someone is getting in that business. Someone is buying gold. Someone is creating residual income. I'm getting a percentage of that. I'm able to go ahead and acquire business partners. Like I can go ahead and acquire a business partner. They decide to get started, or they decide to build their business and get their package, stuff like that. Boom, I could easily get, earn a couple $100 just off that one thing. Okay. I had a call out last week. A gentleman said, this is the importance of networking. Gentleman said, hey, Fitzgerald, remember me? Well, say, yeah. Hey man, Brian, how you doing? Hey, great, man. I'm just keeping you around. Not keeping you around, but just following up with you, man. Hey, love your energy and everything like that. But just want to talk to you about financial services, man. We like what you do. We like who you are. You know what? We'll pay for your Series 6 and 63. Now, Series 6 and 63, for those of you who are in the financial services, those are very, very important licenses. You can get into a lot of things right there. So someone, and those licenses can be, several $100s within itself. So when he said, well, I'll pay for it. Okay, I know the power of that license, because the license, Dynas, belongs to me. The license belongs to me. In other words, I can take that and I can go practice with anybody within this industry within the state of Florida, because you're just licensed for your particular state, and I can still make money. So that gives me another chip in the game. Dynas has really been you have to be thinking about real estate, and I promise you, when I came out that development, when I was over there at my relative, with my relatives looking at the property there, then I'm like, man, and that lady said, man, we sold 500. We got houses already sold. We're working on the next phase. People are buying these things up, left and right. And when she said to my relative, your house has already went up $16,000. He doesn't have any, there's not a stick of wood on his land. He owns the plot. I'm not joking.
I know, I believe it.
There's not a stick of wood. He already bought the plot. Bought the plot. Sweet, real nice. No, but $16,000, and there's not a popsicle piece of wood on his property. $16,000 since he paid for it. He's projected by the time he moves in February, he will already be a positive $50,000 in equity. So I got to thinking, good God, okay, people moving down in here. Let me find my niche. Professional minorities. Now, I mean, I know the King's English. I speak well, present myself pretty decent. Talk articulate. Look pretty decent. Pretty intelligent. My words. Know how to market. Yeah, I can get into that. I can create that specialty, Bob. I used to live in New York for 6 years. Yeah, I know how to create that. I know how to social media. I know how to vibe. And I'm like, man, why not? Why not? And just doing that things. So never give up your side hustle. Now, in order not to give up your side hustle, you have to have one. So, do you have a business that brings you additional income besides your job? That's what we mean by side hustle. Do you have a business? And if the answer is yes, which I hope so, are you maximizing it to its fullest? Okay, please don't talk to me about how you have kids to raise. Please don't talk to me how you're married and it takes time for that. Please don't talk to me saying you need your me time. Get your me time when you get your finances right. Get your me time when you get your finances right. You have the same 24 hours in a day that Oprah Winfrey has. Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers. You have the same amount of time that Michael Jordan has. You have the same amount of time that Don Asamir has. You have the same amount of time that Mr. Michael Delco has, Mrs. Ty Best. You have the same amount of time that Fitzgerald Stevens. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The question is, what are you doing with it? Because time is going to go by, but that's what you have to decide. Now, what is a good fit for you? I know networking is one of the, or not the top business model in the world. That business brings in like $108 billion a year, or $180 billion industry, should I say. What is networking? Simply you promote a product or a service. You go up and build a sales team, and you get paid a percentage of the sales of your team. So it's a business within a business. Same way like the real estate business is, same way like even the YouTube business is. YouTube, that's off a YouTube platform. You use their platform, but you can use it to build your wealth. Becoming an Amazon seller or Walmart seller. So you're building a business within a business. So you can go ahead and branch out and grow that thing as much as you want. If you want to do a traditional business, you can do that. But at the time right now, I'm not for traditional businesses because the market has changed. Do you guys realize how many people are now working from home, telecommunicating? As long as you have you're pretty good. Your tech skills are going to be pretty darn. I mean, the computer right now is around the world equivalent.
Fitzgerald, you're freezing up on us. You're freezing up on us, Fitzgerald. Everyone, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. Also, tour April 21st to the 30th, Sierra Leone. Come and join us in Sierra Leone. Again, come and join us in Sierra Leone tour, April 21st through the 30th. All right, go ahead, Fitzgerald.
And so it's you're expected to know that. You're expected to know things. Well, now here's what it is. You are expected to have a side hustle, not by your employers, of course.
You're freezing up on us, Fitzgerald. Guys, sorry for the technical difficulties. I think we lost Fitzgerald. Guys, again, hit that like button. Make sure you share. Make sure you
You know,
subscribe.
with them, you know, everything's
Okay. Okay. All right, Fitzgerald, you there?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I lost you. Yeah, go ahead.
not by your employees. Your employers are not. Your employer are, for the most part, they are not going to encourage you to have a side business.
Right.
Actually, they're very antagonistic to it. No, they'll defer it. Like they'll make little things like, hey, you know, you want to go up in this company, you got to give us a 100% commitment.
20%.
Imagine someone asking you to give them a 100% commitment, but they can fire you in 5 seconds.
Right. They'll fire you. Give them 110% commitment. They'll fire you next week.
I mean, where's the intelligence in making a decision like that? Where's the intelligence of making a commitment more for someone else than your family? Now, people will say, well, if I make a commitment, I am making a commitment for my family. No, you're not. You're making a commitment for an organization. Hopefully they'll make a commitment back to you where you can take care of your family. Now, I know there are some organizations like the military, you know, they generally keep you around. I know there are something like a couple of government jobs, you know, that or law enforcement, people like that. They generally, you know, some state workers like.
Cheryl, you there? Guys, we're having some blockage. We're having some blockage, guys. Please be patient with us. Sorry about that. Man, the Wi-Fi guys just don't want you to be great for sure.
I think we're keeping it clean and stuff like that. So
yeah, the Wi-Fi guys
look very strongly into doing that. Consider very, very strongly. Like it's you know, Dynas and I, we promote FreeBay as well as speak about many other economic platforms, principles, should I say, in order to put you in a position where you and your family have control over your own financial future. Ladies and gentlemen, it's becoming more vital than ever right now. 75 million people over the next 5 years are going to start a home-based business.
Have no choice.
It have no choice. No choice in it and things. So even like some of these retail giants, you're working for it, and you know they need seasoned workers, right? You know, some of them and well-known names, well-known names. You know, they're starting people off at $12, $13 an hour. They don't care about your degree. They don't care about other things like that. And a matter of fact, if you don't have a strong network together, meaning that you know someone in positions of power, someone's able to hire, particularly like hiring managers, stuff like that, more likely you're not going to get a lot of those sweet coveted spots, no matter how good your resume pedigree is. I mean, that's just on the truth side of the story. Now, what I like about your own side hustle, you don't need about a hiring manager when you're it. You don't need to worry about getting raises when you're the one who decides how much money you want to make. You don't need to worry about asking someone for permission to open up in different markets. You decide what you want to do. You decide how you're going to do it. Now, the thing I advocate is do a home-based internet business. That way the business can be literally working for you while you're asleep. It can be literally working for you while you're on vacation. You know, still keep doing top notch, you know, as far as what the work that they're paying, someone's paying you to do. I believe in that. Someone gives you a salary, you owe them a good day's work. I believe that. But you owe yourself even more so a good future. And so I'm pretty much wrap that up, and I'm going to, you know, let Dynas take it from here. I'm just so passionate about that because you know what? It's not a recession for everyone. It's not. Dynas, man, that one community, I could jog from my house here easily. A short bike ride, 500 houses in just that one community, and there are thousands of communities like it all over Tampa.
Fitzgerald, let me ask you this. I wanted to ask you. You've told this story before, as far as when your former employer, I guess you guys had a meeting and. You know, your boss or upper management said you guys better not be working anything else on the side, or he'll let you go.
The company said it.
But how do you respond to that? Like, what do you do?
How did I respond to it?
But just in general for people who might get nervous, like, oh man, if they find out I have a side hustle, they're gonna fire me. Like, what do you do?
Simple. You don't talk about your business much on the job. Your business is your business is not your life. I mean, a lot of times people get sunk in careers, and they get sunk in relationships, or mostly anything of important endeavor, simply because they don't got the common sense and intelligence to keep your dang mouth shut. Look, when you go on the job, they ain't your boys. Where in the world we got to get this? My coworkers, my friend. Listen. My philosophy has been like this for decades, and I'll say it to you. When I come to a job, I don't need your friendship. If I get it, that's a bonus, but I don't need it. I'm there for one reason only: a paycheck. That sound too hard? That sound too cold? You want to fit in? You want to fit in and stuff like that? Join a ping pong team. You are there for business. You are there to make a paychecks. Your marriage business ain't got no business being on the job. Your financial business ain't got no business being on the job. What you do outside of your work is not getting no business being on a job. I never made it a habit. Never the lasting habit to go hang out with my coworkers after work. It's my business. It's my business. I'd ask you to come to my home coworkers. I don't know you. You might be pretty cool, but I don't know what you're doing this to someone who I don't want you to do it to.
Which they are. More likely they are.
I'm very, very protective. Like we had a conversation last night. I was working at my night job, and these people's in there talking and saying all the thing and all that. I just sat in a chair and just sipped my water, and then they said something. One of them said something pretty funny, and I laughed, and I'm like, damn it, I shouldn't have did that. That makes it seem like I'm validating.
All right.
But I just sit there and go by myself. The general manager pulled me over. Fitzgerald, how do you like it here? I said, it's all right. Meanwhile, man, dude, I'm looking to go up. I'm looking to be promoted. In my future, I would have said that word too soon. But I'm not going to say that and being that less than 3 weeks. But after a while, like, hey, man, you see the resume right there? University of Alabama grad, 25 years outside sales experience, home, business thing. I'm looking for a supervisor. I'm looking to go up. Like, I'm not going to stay where I am, but there's a time. But you don't get in there talking to everyone. Like you don't want people to know what you do. You want customers to know what you do. You don't do that on your social media. Your social media is used to promote your side hustle. Don't sit up there and tell me what type of spaghetti you eating.
They're even following you. They're even following you on social media now.
Yeah, social media. So that's exactly right. So you have to keep that pretty up and pretty cool. You look on my thing, my social media gives out what I do, and to say like speaker, to say like things. That's my business. That's my business, what I do. So I don't allow employees to get into my business telling me what I can do and what I can't do. That's the power of having leverage by having other streams of income. So that's the biggest thing to sink them. With people running their mouths too much. Here's a little sidebar from you. Do you know that darn near close to over 50% of affairs, someone tipping on their mates and stuff happens on the job? No, well, not affairs, adultery. Let's call it what it is. Maybe that put a little shock, and that's what the Lord calls it. That happens on a job. People get in their feelings because they spending more time with that. Stop talking. Stop trying to be so friendly. Stop doing that. Protect your business. Protect your brand. Protect what you're doing and stuff. And your biggest way you can protect is move what I like to call silent and violent. Move silent and violent, like an underground current. You're moving silent and violent. People don't need to know how you telegraph your moves, because they know how you telegraph moves. They know how to telegraph you. And maybe you're sitting up there, yeah, I think about this great idea, and they're doing like that, but you don't have the capital really to put it together yet. But you done gave someone else, and they go ahead and copyright your stuff and take all your stuff from you. Man, I ain't into trusting business, gang. I used to be. I ain't into trusting business. You have to protect your intellectual property. That's your livelihood. So I can go on and on and on. I can do a whole show about that, and maybe I will. But you know what? If for example, let's just say it's someone if someone deems to come into my home, or if I invite you in my home, number one, I trust you. Okay, here's what it means when I invite you in my home and I invite you in my center. I start talking to you about that, and I can use Dinah Samir for one. Okay, I invite Dinah in my home. Okay, I don't worry about anything. I can have, I can have money, valuables, my whatever. I don't worry about him. We have a friendship, but did the Dinahs get to that in the first day we met each other? No. The first 6 months? No. We have to know we got 15 years of friendships, but you can meet some other people who are business oriented that you can sit down with, like you guys often hear me talk about Fabian Peace. I love Fabian. Never met him, but I know his business acumen, his heart, its character, the way he comes over. Fabian could sit in my home. Dinah said, those two could sit over here. I would take, we would get the States and we would talk business, or he would talk business with me, like, hey, Fitzgerald, think about doing this. It wouldn't even be a thing that he'd say, hey, you know what, man, keep this between me and you. That's automatically. But if he wants to come up and say, hey, we're talking something, I got some things, I want to run something by you and Dinah, I need you to sign a confidentiality agreement. I didn't have no problem about it. That's business. That's business. So I mean, trust. What do you mean trust? Trust what's in paper. You trust what's ironclad, because you have to protect your brand. So the biggest thing when you're getting ready to move on your business and stuff like that, don't telegraph your moves. God, I was so stupid when I was younger. I didn't understand that. I thought everybody loved me. I loved everybody else.
Right.
I thought everybody loved me. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Your marriage ain't got no thing on your job. People don't need it. The less someone know about you, like as my middle brother would say, the better. The less they know about you, the better. So when you get ready to make your moves in business, you talk to the people that matters. You do like the military. Military, for one thing I love about them is that they have a need to know basis. For example, they'll send a battleship out for a destination. Generally, battleship they don't know where they're going. Okay, so he gets coordinates and say, well, you stop right here in the Pacific, and then you start facing, turn 3 degrees due west. Then after you get there, go ahead and turn like that. Well, next thing he's in the South China Sea. He never knew that, because what's the thing as far as that? Because someone's not doing this and telegraphing positions to the enemy. So you have to look at this. And these are not just how can I put it? These are life principles and wealth principles. So if you're going to do that, if you're going to do something, put your business plan together. Get your stuff. Write something down. Run it by people who matters. Hopefully you're married to someone that, well, if you're married to someone, you should have trust. But, I've learned sometimes I met people that necessarily ain't true. You go ahead and you find someone you can run your ideas, someone who not only you trust, but who are qualified to evaluate what you're doing. You talk to them, and if need to be, you drop it in like, hey, this is between you and I. And you stick with that mantra. If they break it, they break it one time, it's over. And you want to hear a hard story, and this is going to be the first time Dinah Samir has heard this. Dinah Samir has never violated my trust. Fitzgerald Stevens has never violated Dinah Samir trust. He has one time to do it, and I'm going on record. He has one time. And our relationship would never be the same. I won't let it. Sounds tough, don't it? Maybe that's why I go out. Maybe that's why I go so much for it. Maybe that's why I wouldn't have no problem giving him a power of attorney over my affairs. He's never violated. I got a couple people in my life like that. You got one time to cross that with me. One time. It ain't what, oh, my bad. Trust broken. Trust broken is not trust at all. Take a fine China plate. No, $90,000 China plate, and they got them out there like that. Man. Okay, hold it in your hand. Smash it on the ground. Glue it back together and give it back to the person. Is it the same plate?
No. No,
even though you didn't miss a single piece. That's the way I work, and that's the way you need to work to protect your ideas. And that's the way you need to evaluate who is your inner circle. Leaks. In the camp of Fitzgerald, a leak? Someone told? Oh, heck to the no. Not with me. No, because I'm going to discover it and everything like that. So let's loop it back around here. Right the heck now. Actively work with a pen and pad. How can I put what side business I need to put together? Well, I believe, once again, everyone should have a freebie business. That's a free business to join up with under Prince Amir. We can show you how to make money with that. And a lot of money.
Link is in the chat room. Link is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and link will be in the description for the playback. Again, sign up, click my affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate, and I will personally call you. All right, go ahead for sure.
Okay, and so that's one. Don't get it twisted. Now we're going to sit up there. Okay, you can grow a tremendous amount of wealth with this. I have a friend, you know, and he's went on to set it, and I will too. Mr. Michael Delco. Mr. Michael Delco did 7 figures in this thing last year. He did 7 figures in the year before that. Okay, that's what he does. You know, he sets up networks. Okay, he's doing pretty good at it. But I would say, I still like the idea of having multiple streams. Not that he doesn't, but I also like having multiple business. I know I want to be in real estate. I know I want land. I know I want property, because as my daddy would say, they don't make no more land. And so I understand that. So we're looking at creating other streams, because at the end of the day, for those of you who want it, mine and Dynas's goal is to work you out of a job if you want to. Other words, where you can sit back and live off of royalties, residuals, and dividends. Now, what's the power of that? You can be able to spend your time the way you want your time to do. You can actually have that very, very elusive thing that people go by called freedom. What is freedom? Having enough time along with enough money to do what you want, when you want, where you want, with who you want, without having to ask any man's or woman's permission to do so. That's what you're gunning for, because you don't get back more time. You don't do it. And so we feel passionate about this, and we feel real passionate about, empowering people economically, but, it's there. More money is being spent. There's trillions of dollars floating around in this economy right now. It just didn't disappear because of coronavirus. It transferred. Africa is the top emerging market in the world. Plenty of property out there. I mean, they're talking about that area so much out there. Man, like I want to get out there like yesterday. Dynas had a real estate the developer who's based in Africa right now over in Rwanda. Man, that show was incredible. Man, I gave the man a super chat for that. You know, I mean, that show was absolutely incredible. Not that he didn't do any other credible shows, but the shows that really draw my attention to the search for Uru is when he talked about economic platforms. You know, he talked about the pan-Americanism and the maybe the different tribes and stuff like that. That don't really catch me. But when he's talking about how do I make money based on that continent to this continent, what can we do to grow an economic pool, to develop resources, to build businesses, black businesses for the diaspora thing, man, that's one I pull over the side of the road and sit in and listen. Those are the one that catch me when they argue about, do African women and black women, serve who's the better man, dude. It's stupid, man. Please, cat, where are you taking up airtime? So I just politely leave that alone. But but that's his platform. I don't tell my partner.
You know, they're trying to get away from that.
Yeah, but when they sit up there, this is better, and do black men really value black women and all that stupid? No, but cat wasting my dang time. But when they say, hey, Fabian, like, hey, you know what? I'm up here in Ohio, get ready to do a tear down on my property. Get ready to resell that. Picked it up from a lady. I think she went to church and everything like that, because I was able to, sit there was a whole bunch of Gucci stuff in there. And this is how I'm going to flip it. Then like that. This is what get my attention, because I am trying to get economically empowered, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I am trying to get economic power and bring people other who wants to get economic power, because I promise you, as much as I hate to admit it, I don't know where 56 years of my life went by. I don't feel 56. I remember when I was 16. I remember when I was 15, couldn't wait till I turned 16 to get a driver's license. I don't know where 56 years went. I don't know. I should have invested my time. Shoulda, woulda, coulda doesn't get the job done. I should have did a lot of better things, but I was undisciplined. Yeah, I thought in my younger years, literally, I was invulnerable. I used to really think that, right, until I got that bone marrow transplant at roughly about 24 years old. They just let me know how vulnerable I was. I thought I was invulnerable. I was, bodybuilding, built like an African god. I'm not playing, and so I had this mentality that I could live forever. I was young. I had the whole world ahead of me. All of a sudden, boom, I'm 30. And Daddy told me, when you turn 30, it's like time to celebrate it. He told me that before I turned 30. I didn't believe it. No, went away. Now at 56, I feel great. I feel good. I mean, I really do. I mean, I'm wiser. I'm more calmer. Stuff don't bother me much as it used to. I'm more patient. I have less tolerance for stupidity, even out of myself. But I understand, Fitzgerald, you got to build something. You got to make sure your economic house is in order, because you see that lady working in Costco, and then you see that gentleman sitting up there greeting you in Costco on their feet all day. They're not there because they want to be. They're there because they didn't plan not to be. They're not there because they didn't want to be. They're there because they didn't plan not to be. And what do you mean? They didn't make sure their house was secure. They made the mistake. I'm going to build something for my children. I'm going to live and die for my children. What about you? What about you? I mean, is our children important? Yeah, we love them. We love them, but don't you want to live? If you do it properly, you can have both for you and them. But you have to have a business. You have to have something you control. You have to have something like the gentleman who because he owns that house, the $16,000 in equity already is in his pocket. That doesn't go to a landlord. Right. Now, in the business, the equity that you build in that business and the value that you build in that business goes to you. The value that you build in the other company business goes to them. So you have to switch it. You have to divert more of your money to you. So we have the freebie up there. You can register. You can register to do it. You register to sign on to it. It's worth it. You could, and don't look at it as like, oh, wow, I don't know if I'm all that good for the sales. Let me ask you something. Are you good for eating food at night? Are you good for sleeping in a warm bed? If you're down here in Florida, you better be good with turning the air conditioner on, because I assure you need it. Or if you're up in New York, you better be good with turning your thermostat on, because you're going to need the heat. Are you good at being able to travel? Are you good for being able to spend time with those you love? And you married someone, you married them, spend time with you, where to build together. Few things are going to bring a marriage and a relationship together more so than building something actually together. Man, if you can find a mate like that, boy, you are extraordinarily blessed. Build something together, okay? And then are you good at teaching your children? Hey, let's work in a family business, because one day you're going to own this. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care how much education you have. I don't care how good Dynas was with his former employer. I don't care. He made 6 figures, President's Club. Now catch my story very well. Drove a Porsche. You see that book right there? That's how he used to look. He did it on someone else. He did it with someone else. He has a 6-year-old son. He could never leave that position to his son. Never. Why? It wasn't his. But the house of Mir, which he's building right now, the search for Uru, all he has to do is give his sons the passwords and things. In the event of his death, he can still ride it. He already has like 80-some thousand people that can do that. His t-shirt company, the royalties from his books. Okay, the tour company. You get what I'm saying? He can leave that, and that will be something that will build generational wealth in his family line until God calls us home. You can't do that with a job, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm saying your side hustle has to be your hustle. And anyone who threatens that, if someone say, and someone say, well, you know, I don't think you ought to be doing, I don't give a dang if it's a mate. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. You know, well, you can't do this because we got to protect, man. Shoot, you got the wrong chick or the cat, man, please. No, that's not it. No, you that's why you need to identify that before you go down those serious roads. As far as in that, but if someone or it's saying like, hey, you know what? Either you choose between your side business or me. Well, been nice knowing you. You know, very nice knowing you. Because for someone to do that, they're not supporting you. They're not even moving you towards greatness. They're locking you in mediocrity because you never knows what's going to happen. You never know what could happen. Many of people who are on the unemployment line, they thought they were really doing good a year ago today.
Right.
They were really fantastic. And someone say, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and build a networking business. Let's go, you know, go ahead and write that book. Go ahead and make that YouTube channel. Go ahead and start that company. Nah, I got time. I don't want to do it. Nah, the job is good to me. And then you're being walked out, or you're having to take a drastic pay cut. So that was the thing about that. That was the thing what we really want to get through. Please, you know, and I do put a please on it with a capital P. Build you a side hustle.
Right.
Build you something that you can own, that you can lead to your children, that you can get around into there. You know, far as with that, a free bay account, free. We'll show you how to work that. Nothing to it, really, is it? And the great things in life are simple. You know, it builds you something that you can sit down like, man, I got this money coming in my PayPal account or my checking account in addition to my job. Man, now I can go ahead and buy another piece of investment property, flip that up, bring another stream, rent that out. Now this is where we're talking. So Dinas, I appreciate it, man. I got another appointment I got to get to. One thing I want to do, make it active right here.
Right.
We got a couple of the comments right here. Ms. Fowler, thank you for the great comments, and also thank you for that super chat. I know Prince Amir appreciates that. Ms. Fowler also works where it said that my side hustle is going to be my main business. That's what we're talking about when I move to the continent. Hey, you know what? That's an excellent point, Ms. Fowler. And that's a point that really can fit into a lot of people right here. When I go to move to the continent, spend time in Africa. So I heard from a friend about 3 o'clock in the morning, man. She said, hey, I'm getting healed over here. Come on and come. I mean, I wished I could have went. But I'm already taking my hustle funds over there. I'm not going to the continent looking for a job. I'm not doing that. No, I'll go over there and create them, but I'm already going to have those things in place, which is another thing. That's another thing why you want to have that side hustle, especially those of us who want to move to Africa or spend considerable time right there. What are you going to do for money? Okay, so that's why you want to basically really put that. Chico Cat, I've been working from home since March, and you will continue to do so. We're looking at, and you got to look at that. Miss Kofi Gabis, day trade is another option. Absolutely. It's all the same thing. We're looking for extra streams of income. All the same thing. No, and we really want to go after that. So great. Orandi Rand, your side hustle is really your future residual income. Man, dude, I wish you could just dial in. I wish you would have saw that earlier. You know, as far as like that. That'd
be another show.
No, the man said, the man or the woman, I'm not quite sure. I want to say gentleman. Your side hustle is really your future residual income. Residual income. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're literally going to work until you die. That explained, that one sentence right there explained this better than I have throughout this whole show. And he's absolutely right. You know, so we're looking at how do we create, how do we build, because the opportunity is out there. You know, really the opportunity is out there for us to really do a lot of great things far as for ourselves. We have to halfmoonhalfsun.com. Fitzgerald Stevens, I come here because of your dialogue. I appreciate that so much. Please subscribe to my channel. Find ways to win. Fitzgerald Stevens, I appreciate that. And so we're connecting, but we're sitting around there, and many people are doing that. Actually, now for those of you who said like, man, I feel like I'm all alone. No, you're not. Dynass and I are out here. Dynass has guests from all over. You know, they let them serve as your mentor. Oh God, this is so important, Dynass. I'm getting ready to say.
Go ahead.
Let's say you don't have. Let's say you don't physically know someone like Dynass knows me. There are great virtual mentors out there. You can click on to a Grant Cardone a web page. You can click on to a Gary Vaynerchuk web page, a Ty Betts or a Michael Delco YouTube page. And you know what? Let them mentor you. Let them explain business concepts. John Maxwell about leadership. You can click on that and follow them, not like follow them like a guru. Follow them and learn from them. Learn how they're doing it. Follow me. Learn how they're talking. Learn what all they're giving. It's principles. I dropped the many principle nuggets right here. So you don't need to really know someone personally, you know, in order to learn from them. You know, they could easily be your mentor. Earl Nightingale. You know, as far as with various mental things that he was said, and like one thing he really said like this: we become what we think about.
Right.
Whatever you think about, that's what you are becoming. That's what you will become. So once you understand that, you will intimately guard your brain, and you will guard what you think about. You will guard the words that you speak, if you understood how powerful we are. No, God made us spirit, soul, and body. We have the same power that he has in that we can speak and create. You know, we really can. Now, I'm not negating that you don't do something. But you know, you be very careful what you allow. That's why I'm not looking at world stars and people slapping their weeds out 4 different ways. I don't do that. That's why that's why I ain't sitting up there, you know, hanging around you know, a whole bunch of guys talking about, you know, running out on they mate and slipping and dipping. I'm not that. I kind of like my relationships to be intact. That's why I don't deal with stuff that's gonna put a whole bunch of gloom and doom. That's why I don't watch horror movies. Put all that stuff in my psyche and all my spirit, you know, and to start, I don't listen to a lot of news talk about how bad it is and what's going on and how bad unemployment. I'm trying to build. Well, last thing I want to do is have something in me that tells me how bad it is, because I might get the idea. Man, you know, it's a bad time to start. You know, it's a bad time to start. That's why I don't listen. Well, the COVID is bad and COVID is this. I respect it. You know, I take precautions, but dang it, I ain't going to be sitting in my house. I'm going to go out and live my life. You know, I'm going to go out and live my life. I'm going to enjoy my life, whatever the remainder God has given me, and you do need to too. And so the time is now. Get on it. Get busy living or get busy dying. You know, like Morgan Freeman's character said on the Shawshank Redemption. You can do it. You can do it. And another thing, I leave you guys with this. Don't make the mistake I used to make. God, I spent decades of wasted time. This literally cost me decades of time, people. No, don't make this mistake. And if you're doing it, throw it out immediately. Stop overthinking. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting till everything is just right before you take an action. Stop when you get a little resistance, that you stop and you got to ramp yourself up again. When you get knocked off that horse, immediately get back on. Action cures fear. Don't sit up there and think about it too much. And don't see the whole field. Talking in football terms, what you want to do, don't try to score a touchdown on the first play. What you want to do, you want to think in 10 meters targets. First down, first down, first down, first down. 10 yards, 10 yards. Set one goal, a small goal, achieve it. Use that goal, set another goal, achieve it. Use that goal, set another goal, achieve it. Each time the goal get bigger, and pretty soon you're at the end zone and you're living exactly the way you wanted there. And you know, and stuff, and you're there. Stop measuring yourself by other people's success. You run your race. Okay, so what? You haven't started a YouTube channel yet. So what? You would did a dynastic mirror. It's still easy for you to start. Colonel Sanders didn't start Kentucky Fried Chicken until he was 65 years old.
Right.
You know, I think that was Black Lady's recipe. He got that off. I don't think he could cook chicken like that. But you know, nevertheless, that's up to speculation. No, start the. You guys ever heard of Ray Kroc?
Yeah.
Okay, Ray Kroc was a 55-year-old milkshaking salesman. He met the McDonald brothers.
Very good movie, by the way. The founder.
Met the McDonald brothers. He started 55 years old, 1 year younger than me. So don't think your time is gone by, ladies and gentlemen. As long as God is giving you breath in your body, he still has a purpose for you. Get your side hustle, create it, and be vehemently strong about it. You had all your fun in your latter years. You done party, you done dropped it like it's hot, you done smoked the boats, you done did whatever you want to do. Now it's time for business. Now it's really time to get concerned about leaving a legacy in your household. We're here to help you. For those of you who want to deal with the freebie, and I know it's the fourth time I said it because you know what? It helped me get to a lot of point that I am right now. Go ahead and register. Prince Dynas and I will contact you. And then we'll plug you into the system and get started doing something. And we appreciate it. Warren Buffett has said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you are literally going to work until you die. Prince Dynas Amir says, titles are not sexy, income is. Titles are not sexy, income is. Mr. Michael Delco, if you don't come from a wealthy family needs to come from you. That's a man who retired like using this freebie concept in 103 days from a six-figure mortgage banking job. 103 days. He was retired at 49. In 103 days, he replaced a six-figure income. A couple of years later, he replaced his wife's six-figure income. They don't work right now. I'm 3 days older than he is. No. You don't, and believe me, he is the first one in his family wealthy. If you don't come from a wealthy family needs to come from you. And finally, Fitzgerald Stevens says, if you don't make moves will be made on you. What do you got to lose? What do you got to lose? You're afraid of what? Afraid of succeeding? So you definitely can't be afraid of trying. Worried about what they're going to say? They don't pay your bills. They don't do that. So, but you should be concerned about. You should be concerned about not worried about having that conversation with your children one day when they get up and say, Dad, Mom, how come you didn't do anything? Well, I was afraid. Do you really want to look them in the eye and tell them that? Because you could change their whole life by not being afraid. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all out there for us. It's not that they get it. No, it's all out there for us. Dynasis is the best time in the history of the world to build wealth.
Absolutely.
World. And so, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day. Please support this channel. Hit like, subscribe, buy a t-shirt, buy a book, book a tour, do whatever we need to do to support this.
Alex, sorry to cut you off. Alex, so I won't lose my train of thought. Alexis Fowler. We're going to Sierra Leone, April 21st to the 30th. So you don't have to travel alone. Okay, go ahead, Fisher. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so let's just support that because you know what? You are not going to find this type of news on CNN. Right. They're going to be talking about a 6-foot cat who go in Friday say he got corona, come out Monday say he's healed. Shit. They're gonna be talking about stuff like, man, they're gonna be talking about, they're not going to be talking about voter suppression. How people in black counties, they're lying in line for 12 hours and our white counterparts, they go and they vote in 15 minutes. Well, I could talk that all day long. Times are getting tough out there, man. You might have to get ghosts out of this land. You understand that? You better be looking at, hey, man, how can I stack my paper? How can I get my visa, my passport? How can I go over there and sure me a piece of land somewhere across the pond in case I got to go? You really need to think like that. You know, you really need to think like that, and not just for black people anyway. You know, so everyone, people, you need to have a plan. Now, I'm African, and I learned a very, very important piece of information by listening to a show called Search for Uru, by listening to the owner of that show called Dinah Samir, and Dinah Samir made a comment on a show. I don't think I was present. He said that everyone needs to have an African plan. He didn't realize how powerful that comment was to me. Look around, see what's going on. I mean, do you really want to put all your, or do you really want to put all your how can I put it? You really want to put all your marbles in one basket here? What if it's not conducive? What if the Supreme Court, when they're put this justice in right now, what if they pass policies that it doesn't make it cool? Do you know the voter registration law for black people still has to be renewed? The decision where they consider black people 3/5 of a person has never been taken off the books. The amendment that you could put it that you can go into you can be subject back again for slavery in the commission of a crime has never been taken off the books. The rule that Justice Taney, the supremacist, the white supremacist, said that that a white man is not obligated to respect any law that a black man has. That's never been taken off the books. You guys watched that show yesterday, but Prince Amir had the attorney on there, and how they really railroaded him. Actually, that move is designed to put a felon on and take his law license. That's what that was done by stuff he clearly was in the right.
All right.
And you better wake up and see what's going on, and you better look at like, okay, what country I need another citizenship in? Everybody else around the world do it. And so it's coming to a time. It's coming to a time you must control your own income. You have to. Dynass, man, I gotta go. Love and bless you, brother. Wish you much success. I really, really like to see. Hopefully, I can put the things together where I can go on that Sierra Leone, man. You've been talking about Sierra Leone so much, made me want to go there. No, so hopefully I can put that together, but I guess I got to sell a few more things to do it. So we appreciate it, man. So Dynass, hey, go ahead and take us closing words, man. This is your show. Let us hear from you.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it and really enjoyed the show. Thank you, Fitzgerald, for coming on and, for giving so much game to everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Affiliate link, Freebay affiliate links in the chat room. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It will also be in the description for those who watch the playback. Until next time, family, Dynasamir Search for Huru. Again, Sierra Leone, April 21st to the 30th. And then you need to go to dynasamir.com. Until next time, family, Dynasamir Search for Huru. Peace.
Peace.